I've had two near-death experiences. The first happened when I was 20 years old. When I was very young, my parents argued a lot in life. Occasionally, they would fight. I was terrified to be around. The worst one was when my mom broke her hand and was sent to the hospital. Later, they got divorced. This incident had a great impact on me. School was also a place I hated very much. I was often bullied. I had enough of all this. I chose to end my life. I bought a lot of sleeping pills over the course of a month. One weekend, I went back to my room and took all the sleeping pills. Suddenly, I left my body. I was floating in the air. It was so dark that I couldn't see anything. I don't know how long it took, but a voice was calling my name. I tried to turn around, but I couldn't move. The voice called out my name again. I replied, "I am here." "Do you know what you have done?" I replied, "I don't care about anything right now." I felt a breeze, a very soft breeze. It began to blow slowly. Then I saw a faint light in the distance. The light became brighter and brighter. I saw a rectangular object. There were 3 lights on the left. 4 candles were around a coffin. Then there were 3 shadows, one standing and the other 2 kneeling. The voice asked me, "Is this what you want?" Again, I replied, "I don't care." I could see everything in front of me. Standing was my father, my mother was kneeling. The other kneeling was my grandmother, who had died 2 or 3 years before. I felt their pain and heard their sobs. I had no idea that my leaving would cause them so much pain. I cried to go back. The wind blew again. I woke up from my room. I felt very nauseous. I started vomiting and threw up the sleeping pills I had taken. I sat on the couch for a long time. I kept thinking back to what had just happened. The second experience happened in 1992. My car broke down and I was about to get out of the car to get it checked out. The car behind me stopped as well. He was probably trying to help. It was far from the city and I felt very scared. He was holding a revolver. I tried to start the car again. He walked up to my car window and shot me. Later, a passerby helped me call the emergency number. I was taken to the emergency surgery. When I woke up, a beautiful landscape appeared in front of me. On my left was a very beautiful river and on my right was a dense deep forest. It was full of flowers of all colors. I kept walking along the river. I was curious about what the water in the river tasted like. I was about to drink the water. I heard a voice saying, "Don't drink." But I didn't see anyone, so I kept walking. I wanted to swim across to the forest to check it out. As I was about to jump into the river, the voice appeared again. No, it wasn't water. I felt very strange. I continued to walk along the river. Suddenly, I saw a very big boat. There were some very strange rocks near the boat. On the rocks were some people who were sitting there. I slowly approached them. Some of them smiled at me. I asked them if I could use the boat. I wanted to go to the opposite side of the forest. They warned me not to go over there. You will lose yourself there. I saw the figure of a man approaching. When he came close enough, I felt intense love. I can't describe these feelings in words. He told me that he was there to help me with my problems. We didn't communicate verbally. It was all by telepathic communication. I knew he was Jesus. He had beautiful eyes, curly brown hair, and a long brown beard. He was dressed in white, and the only feeling I had around him was joy. Jesus told me that I could not stay. I had a mission to complete on earth. I asked him what the plan was. Jesus showed me everything that was planned for me. I saw that I was married and had my children. I even learned his name. When the images disappeared, I went back to Jesus. I asked him, "I'm not sure I can go back because I've been shot." He reassured me, "He will take care of all this." I pleaded with Jesus that I thought life was too hard now and that I wanted to stay. He told me again that I could not stay and that it was time to leave. He also told me that he would see me again and that he would always be there for me. When I woke up in the hospital, my girlfriend was holding my hand. When I asked her what had happened, she told me that I had been in a coma for a week. A robber shot you. It almost hit the heart. The doctors weren't sure how I had survived. But I know what I went through. Jesus was watching over me that day. My girlfriend stayed with me during my recovery. My girlfriend and I did end up getting married. We weren't married long before we had our first girl. I know it was God who protected me. I know a lot of people will say this didn't happen. I don't really care if anyone believes that. I know what I went through.